allowing people to be themselves. Like, hey, I know you're not perfect right now. I'm gonna stick with you, and sticking with people. Like, I have friends who are out of rehab, but I'm still working on them. Like, we're still working on them. Like,
they've not fully recovered.
The drug part, yes, but the psychological and emotional aspect, no. And it takes time. And you have to, and I'm talking about like friends, like I'm with them every day, friend. And it takes time, but people think it's like, he's out, he's fine now. No, it takes time. He's going to make mistakes.
So it means like if somebody has done, say, 3 months of rehab, when they come out, they still need that one person, that person that still panel beats them. Not to just let them back into the world and... Okay.
Because you relapse hard. Because it's not just like being addicted to drugs. You were addicted. I can get the drugs out of your system, but you were addicted. Like you need a good support system. You need to find new healthy habits to work with. You need someone like the person I'm with. Like I know, like recently they made a mistake. Like they decided, like we're in lockdown and everything, but they're like, no, I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna go do this, and I love them and I care for them. And I want the best for them. So even when they made that mistake, I'm like, yeah, you made this mistake. But like, I was mad and I talked to them. I'm like, hey, you can't be doing this. And like, I did all that stuff. But there's also the part of understanding that I'm still with you in this fight. I'm not going to let you go. We're going to beat this. So, but drugs, I think, becomes a problem when it's just them. Like you get someone out of rehab and then you leave them alone. Or even while they're in rehab, you leave them alone. Like it's a thing where you have to be like, hey man, I'm with you. Even if, like, to be honest, I have a friend who I took to a rehab in Tulsa, and no one ever knew this. And I took him to rehab in Tulsa, and this dude said some wacko stuff to me, said wacko stuff to people about me. And I remember like hanging out with him like 4 months before I left. And he was like, dude, thank you. He's like, you stuck with me even when I hated you. You stuck with me even when I was cussing you out. And I think people aren't willing to do that. Like you only love someone when they're being nice to you.
Nice to you, yeah.
I disagree with that. I'm gonna love, if I can love you, I'm gonna love you to love you and be with you.
I'm not giving up on you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give up on you. Like, even if you're like running the court. And that's like a lot of people, man. And like, don't get me wrong, like all the people who are watching me, you're in a toxic relationship, your boyfriend is wild, maybe you're the wild person and you guys need to break up. No, for real, break up. Like you're not helping break up. But I'm talking about people who need real help. And being like, I'm not gonna be with you because of like this, or I'm not gonna hang out with you because it looks bad for my image. Dude, I promise you, and I say this, people will disagree with me, I will walk with any single person regardless of their image. Like if they need help, if you're gonna stand, I don't care what you did.
And that's how church is supposed to be.
That's how church is supposed. That's how people should be. But people are too concerned with their image. And like with my podcast, my dad is like, some people are gonna say this if you invite this person. I'm like, let them talk. They're gonna talk anyway. That's
with or without it.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna let them talk. I'm gonna let them say what they want to say, and I'm just gonna be real with me. So for me, one of the biggest things is just I'm like, I want people to be helped. I want them to be okay. I want them to be safe, and I am willing to because this is the thing. The thing with me, and I'm so thankful for this. I don't really care what people think of me. Like now, if you talk about my family, we'll have a different. There'll be a different outcome from me when you talk about my family. But for me, if you go online and just bash me, whatever.
You're gonna let it go.
For what? Like I don't care. You're entitled to your own opinion. I know that your opinion is not a fact, so I'm fine. So I think that people need to just be willing to be like, man, this guy's not perfect, but I'm gonna ride it out.